call them kind of the mid-tier of players for our King of the Hill crowd. Up next, we've got Stywoo, Hardup, Jones. TGM, shut up.
Yeah.
It's not Mr. Wendell.
I don't know how
Running
rumors
the
like that get
fatality
started.
Train. Fatality train on Vay's ass. Holy shit, his fucking rail's ridiculous, dude. That's
It's only
crazy.
47%, but he's nice and snappy. Like, if I had to guess, I think he's probably a wrist player, like where his wrist sits on the desk and acts as a pivot point for his mouse movement. But that's just my guess, just based on how quickly and precise he can snap.
Ooh,
That was a
Vay ate
nice
rocket
prediction
there.
Oh god, Vay's in trouble. 60 health. 3 minutes left. Yet to get on the board. 8 frags up for Chain.
The tables have really turned from the last match with Zam. Seems like Vay might be getting a little upset now.
Perhaps. We know that Vay is constantly in a bad mood. This is not going to help it. Nice. It's the exit rails that I think are really impressive for Chain. Like, basically, right when you think that you can exit a room safely, he pops back around the corner and lands a beautiful rail. He will mess up that rocket jump, and that's actually going to cost him quite a bit. Vay's going to come in pretty strong, but doesn't have any real weapons to do damage. He spent the time trying to get a railgun of his own, and Chain just turns around and says, "Man, no. I use the railgun. You don't use the railgun. I use the railgun." And he now has 7 impressives, ladies and gentlemen. Very nice.
I know if I was in Vay's shoes, I'd be quite frustrated right now.
That's
We're
8.
being railed constantly.
That's a nice one. Nice little snappy snap. Yeah, 13-0. We're going to have to remind Chain that there is such thing as handicap. So with about a minute left to go, if we take a look at the accuracy, Chain has maintained just under a 50% rail, which, considering how often he has used it, is pretty darn good. That is 3 in a row, 4 in a row now. Finally gonna hit one there, but come on, there we go. Just waits for a little bit of predictable movement, and he will land the rail. So, nice work there. Gonna pick up Mega, come back out, firing off with rail, but just missing. He's not helping his accuracy as the clock winds down. But at this point, he's up by 16, doesn't really give a shit.
Yeah, I mean, he's got 10 impressives. I mean, that alone says something. I think this is the lowest that Chain's been. It's no armor at 13, now 38 health.
Mm-hmm. And Vay's probably like, why can't I kill you? Stop railing me. Oh, here comes the rail. Oh, he's trying to get too fancy. 17-0. Chain, done well. So we have finally changed maps after I think it was 3 or 4 in a row on ZTN. But we have moved over to DM13, where honestly I have loved every single game that I've seen on DM13 in the last like 3 weeks. Like, there is yet to be a dull DM13. If we go, for example, to the Silent Gamers Cup, obviously I love 04. It is so awesome to have him back. but the lava kicked his ass during the Silent Gamers Day 2. And so, you know, it'll be kind of interesting to see how he does in future tournaments and stuff. But pretty much every game that I've seen on this map has been fantastic. So let's go ahead and see if we can get F3s out of these guys. I think we'll let Saiwu warm up for a few more seconds.
Well,
in the meantime, I'll go ahead and talk a little bit about the map. Rocket launcher spawns here on the queue, and you can use it to fire down rockets under the red armor, which spawns on this queue, and it comes up on queue. Very nice. Mega health is in this little cubby hole here, and you can either drop down onto it or do a jump in order to grab it. A lot of times players, if they are threatened from down below, will grab it and rocket jump out and move on their merry way. Now, really key thing is that most people consider this area of the map kind of the strong point of the map, and holding down center becomes really, really critical. He who holds center has access to the yellow armor that spawns here, as well as another one that spawns over here by the lightning gun. Now, these back quarters of the map can sort of be considered the weaker portions of the map, as you only have the lightning gun and yellow armor available to you. When you spawn back here, and these back corridors, again, you've got a couple of shards and the other yellow there. But it is possible to kind of sneakily traverse the map using the back hallways, and that can get you in position in order to do a drop on red armor or other resources. So welcome, Jahar. How you doing tonight?
Doing good, and we are going live here right now. Staiwu getting red armor right off the bat. And, you know, actually, I have a bone to pick with you. You keep mentioning this as, like, the gentleman's map, as, like, one of the more highly strategic, you know, kind of slower paced maps. But really, I gotta say, you see more random shit occur on DM13 than anywhere else. I mean, with the lava and just, you know, failed rocket jumps, it's just insane. But now we see Staiwu showing back up for red, maybe a second early. Chain's going to be dropping in for the attack, getting him down to 12 health. Staiwu did have, you know, armor and a bit of stack at that point, but during that full 25 seconds, he did not manage to get anything but that plasma gun. So that's going to be first frag. Oh!
Nice.
And tied right back up, 1-1, just barely 1 minute in. And Staiwu has just made it clear that he wants to dominate.
Well, and that was credit to Staiwu's plasma work in that initial frag that didn't quite go his way, but he did get chained down to 43 health. So, you know, he was just 3 plasma balls shy of the kill. And, you know, to be honest, it was pretty good plasma damage. I mean, he had about 25%. Which, you know, isn't great, but as plasma goes, it's actually not that bad. So he's now fighting for this red, able to muscle chain off of it, and he's going to go in for Mega. And now that he has it, he's in really good shape. And there he is. He's going to rocket jump out to get center map position. Chain, working the back hallways, has lightning gun to his name. That's about it. He's going to be able to use lightning gun very quickly in order to keep Staiwu from moving in on him. And he grabs the armor that spawns behind Staiwu. Red armor up in 2, chain in position to do damage. Staiwu down below waiting to grab it. And he does so, and he gets away pretty cleanly. 1 rocket in Staiwu's ass, and that kind of messes up his exit. Mega up in 5.
Yeah, nice timing there, actually, to avoid most of those rockets and sneak in right between it. So he ended up taking not so much damage. Completely different story when it came to Mega, though. He ate one right in the face as he made the grab. But that being as it may be, the red armor's coming back up in 1 more second. Staiwu's going to be out of position for it. So this is an opportunity for Chain to get a pretty clean grab here. But he might be wanting to catch Chain as he comes out of the teleporter, if he indeed does go for it. But no, it looks like balls have not dropped yet, and Staiwu is once again going to be taking complete control of the map. So everything is in Staiwu's favor at the moment.
It is.
Except,
now, you know, now the fact that Chain, though, has not given up a frag, and he's been able to work himself around to getting yellows, and he might not survive this fight. He is able to pick up the 50, and look at this aggression by him. And interesting choice to do that. Staiwu actually finally exiting the fight with full health, but he won't have any armor to work with except for the red just been picked up by Chain. So now Staiwu is the guy that has lost the leather jacket, the varsity jacket and everything. And Chain at this point is basically setting up to own this map, and honestly, this is a bad place for Stywoo to be. He does muscle in on it. That chain, again,